Tyler Skywalker, our valedictorian, will address the class of 2020.
Good morning, Panthers! Today is Saturday, June 27th. Please stand with me for the pledge to our... good afternoon. My name is Tyler Skywalker. On behalf of all the graduates, I'd like to thank all the teachers, staff, and most of all, parents who have made today a reality. Now, despite everything we worked for, this is far from the senior year we were looking forward to. To many people, it seems that all the fruits of all of our hard work have been stripped away, and the weight of the world has come crashing down by nothing we could have done. All of our events, like prom and any other events we were looking forward to, have been stripped away. It seems that we're all disappointed by something. See, I remember a few months ago, I realized that I'd never be able to announce a football game again. And more recently, I realized that I'd never be able to say good morning on the intercom and ask people to stand for the pledge each day. Now, the thing is, plans change all the time. Fact of the matter is, we don't know the future. That's how life works. I think a good analogy is that life is like a mist. You don't know where it ends up. You don't know where it goes. You don't really know how it works. You don't know when it's going to end. And because we don't know when it's going to end, it's incredibly valuable. You have to treasure every moment of it. Now, even though it might seem like our lives are currently changing in ways we never expected, at the end of the day, there's nothing new under the sun. Someone has experienced similar things to everything that we have. We've all had good experiences, and we've all had bad experiences, and for the rest of our lives, we'll continue to have good experiences, bad experiences, and all the strange in-betweens. Now, I've been told that a valediction or valedictory address is supposed to congratulate our class on our collective achievements and then offer inspiration for the future. But the fact of the matter is that our achievements are mixed, and the future is often bleak. Now, that doesn't mean that we should be afraid or ashamed. And in fact, many of us have achieved well in sports or class. And the fact of the matter is, we're all graduating today, and that's an amazing feat. But why? And that's really the only question we're out to answer, isn't it? Why? I think there's only two things I've learned in school that matter. The first is that for any given math class, the question will be asked, why on earth are we learning any of this? And the second is the answer to that question is, it doesn't really matter. At least not in and of itself. See, none of the information we learn matters in and of itself. It's true for every class, from art to math and from PE to English. None of it matters in and of itself, and the reason for that is simple. You could have everything you could have ever asked for. You could have more zeros in your bank account than there are digits of pi, and you could have more friends than you can count. You could even have the entire world, but without love, you have nothing. Without love, you could rule over nations, you could achieve all your dreams, you could even learn everything that there is to learn in school, but you've gained nothing. Now, before I go any further, I need to make a clarification. In today's society, it seems that we've forgotten what it means to love. Love is not a feeling. If love were a feeling, all marriages would be doomed from the start. Because like life itself, feelings are often fleeting. Feelings are the way the mist of life reacts to the winds of change that push it around. Love, on the other hand, is both an action and a mindset. Love is not fleeting like feelings. Love can stay permanent if you decide to. Love is when we help the winds of life affect other people in the best possible way. It's when we treat those around us as greater than ourselves. Perhaps the greatest moral lesson I've taken from my time at Bell Creek is that pride is the root of most of life's struggles. Now, for years I've struggled with pride. For me, pride manifested itself in anger, emotionally, and mentally in isolation. When I was angry, it was because somebody was interfering with my way. Whenever I was anxious, it was because I was afraid I wouldn't get my way. And whenever I was sad, it was because I didn't get my way. Now, really, pride is something I've struggled with for a very long time, and really only in the past year and a half I've been able to effectively deal with it. I think we all struggle with pride in different ways. Yeah, it is the root of most of life's struggles after all. And fact of the matter is, life is too short to get caught up in that. Life is too short for us to be thinking about our own selfish goals. Instead, We need to focus on the needs of others, and we should orient our life in a way of love. That is to help others. Love's perhaps the greatest struggle. After all, there's nothing more patient, nothing more kind, nothing more humble, nothing less jealous, nothing less rude, and nothing less proud. When we live a life of love, we prioritize others' needs above our own. When we live a life of love, we do not think too hard about what we need, and we focus all of our attention on the needs of others. When we live a life of love, we can survive through all things, have strength despite all things, believe throughout all things, and survive within all things. When we live a life of love, we are living how we ought to do. In the eyes of perfection, all of our achievements, they melt away. For today and for the rest of our lives, we are imperfect. Therefore, the only three things that we have which actually matter are faith, hope, and love, but mostly love. So then, let's not make today a day for boasting of our own accomplishments on the eve of a life of pride, but instead, let's make today a day for congratulating our brothers and sisters on the eve of a life of love. That being said, make a great life, or not. The choice is yours.